Attention, ladies and gentlemen of Verona. Put down your swords, go ahead and pull up a chair, brace yourselves, you lovely townsfolk, because you've just tuned in to Channel 10 News.
Hey there, everybody. If you're presently watching this, that means that you've just switched your television onto channel number 10. Welcome to Tybalt's Media Zone.
The one and only place to get your full scoop on what's what in Verona.
And it seems like we have a long list of things to discuss.
That's an understatement.
For today's newscast, we'll be going over the recent political outbreak that has started among our streets. People from all corners of this lovely city are flocking towards Town Hall, trying to catch a glimpse of the hard-hitting candidates that have gotten in this running to become the new leader of this city.
Yes, sir. The people in the running for this campaign are Friar Lawrence, the nurse, Benvolio, and the prince himself. The amount of tension in the air seems to skyrocket every time we have a debate. Alliances, betrayals, this competition is certainly a fierce one.
But important, whoever manages to win will become the new leader of this whole city. That's a lot of responsibility. Only the right person for the job can pull that one off.
I agree with Eric on this one. I think that the alliances are really the main part of this competition, or at least what's causing all the drama. Benvolio and the Prince seem to have been the first to create an alliance. They've teamed up together, it looks like, and really, it's no wonder why.
Yep, they are related after all.
But that's not the only reason. It's very obvious the fact that they have a common enemy.
And that would most obviously be the nurse.
Those two go at the nurse like dogs at cats.
Which is a dangerous game, because the nurse is one of the strongest candidates in this running. It's never a wise choice to go after the strong guy.
Verona. This is a place that is filled with hate, anger, and above all else, pain. Chaos fills the streets. Guilt and worry keep you up at night. I speak no treason. I know that it can become more. It can become a place of happiness, pride, and peace. Let me help you. Let me lead you into a new world, a new life. If you choose me to become the leader, then you are choosing peace. I speak from my soul. Let us rise. With me you will thrive in a new world, grow into something you never thought possible. Verona needs a rightful leader. If you grant me this great honor, I will guide the city into one that stands above all others in the way of peace. Others will fight, but we, the peaceful people of Verona, will just thrive. You can choose to change your own life. Choose the nurse.
I think we can all say that the nurse has made plenty of good points in her speeches at the debates. Things like gun restrictions to make the city less violent, more enforcement on the police, more involvement in town affairs.
She's managed to pull through this whole thing quite effortlessly, considering she has two weights like Benvolio and the Prince trying to drag her down.
If I've been able to earn $1 every time that the nurse beat either of them in a fight, I'd probably be pretty darn rich by now.
It's really not hard to do anyways. They really have one comeback.
May I ask, are you drunk right now? We've got extensive records of you being a heavy alcoholic and drinker.
No, I am not drunk. Nurse, so you obviously can't handle stress without alcohol. Running a country is very stressful. How do you think you'll be able to cope with that? I can handle stress just fine. I'm not drunk during this debate. And this is quite stressful, and I'm handling it just fine. Unlike you, who keeps pausing during her speech. Are you drunk?
Between arguments, fights, and accusations, I can barely keep my head on straight. It seems like a tough job to handle to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the nurse with those two hanging on my tail.
Oh, but it's not just the nurse being stuck in tough situations. Every single person has been caught in a pickle. It takes quick thinking and a clever attitude to maneuver your way through those sticky spots. And really, that's when a person most shows their ability of leadership. They show that they can be light on their feet when faced with a difficult choice, if they answer correctly.
And if they don't?
If they don't show themselves to be careful and quick, they've literally just given themselves a handicap. It'll come back to bite them. It doesn't really suffice the villagers if you just leave them hanging, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, but unfortunately, a few of the people in the running have let themselves wander or not pay attention during the debates. Here's a quick little sample of those moments.
We believe that Romeo did not deserve to die because We shouldn't. We shouldn't.
I don't know.
I didn't hear the question. Can you say it again?
That, that's a good question. Next question, please.
Okay. Ryan.
Benvolio, if you became leader, would you invoke harsher penalties on people who committed harsher crimes, or would you keep the penalties the same?
We believe that there should be harsher penalties for harsher crimes.
And now, to break away from the fights and the drama, we're going to look closer at a person who's pretty much been the peaceful one in the group.
Friar Lawrence has certainly steered clear of all the drama going on. And who can blame them, really? With being a priest, as well as a runner in this competition, he's been holding his own very well.
A few days ago, we were able to catch sight of Friar Lawrence on his way out of the town hall last debate. And he agreed so wonderfully to allow us a few questions concerning his stance on things.
He's been a little put out in this. We wanted more clarification on his points.
And this is how it went down.
Do you regret marrying Romeo and Juliet after everything that happened?
I do regret it, but I think if I would have planned it out more, it could have turned out better than how it actually did.
Why did you leave Juliet in the Montague
Lord
burial?
of the Rings, it's Aragorn.
In the Capulet burial chamber when she was aware that Romeo was still alive?
I was the only one that didn't know what to do, so I didn't know what to do, so I left.
Is there any way you could have prevented the deaths that have taken place due to the Montague and Capulet family feuds?
I could have taken more planning and done a more slower approach so that it didn't turn out so rash and fast.
And how would you balance ruling Verona and maintaining your views as a holy man at the same time?
We would lead a government, theocracy, so that we could have views of both people who are religious and people who are politicians, so that would balance out with a government of how we would lead Verona.
the nurse are the most sensible candidates to consider. They're taking real problems and coming up with a real, surefire way to solve those issues.
Well, those two usually have had the highest numbers in the polls. Once you think about it, they very well could be the toughest match in this contest.
The latest poll results support that claim, though not exactly as said. Nurse is leading, of course, with the percentage of a whopping 44. The Prince and Friar are actually tied with a percentage of 24 each. And that just leaves Benvolio to take up the last place with a discerning 8%.
No wonder Nurse has the lead. Even Benvolio admitted that he voted for her once in place of himself.
Nevertheless, the candidates have all put up a wonderful fight. For all this hard work that they've been managing, they all deserve the place that they're shooting for.
But only one can win in the end, and so far it looks like the standings are toughest are on the Prince, the Nurse, and the Friar. Who knows? Maybe another fight will erupt between them in these last few very stressful days.
That's not our problem. We've displayed the people that we think are the best to lead Verona. This is when our job ends.
The person to lead Verona will be decided later. All we can say right now is what we've already established. The people participating have drawn out their stances long enough. It's that time that a person will be picked.
But it's up to our viewers to decide who it is, not us. So for now, all we can do is sit back and wait.
Thanks for tuning in to Tybalt's Channel 10 News audience.
And for all the candidates that are waiting for the outcome of this long election,
May the odds be ever in your favor.